Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of one Bloomburrow draft. We've got Whiskervale Forerunner here, 4 mana, 3/4 Mouse Bard. Becomes a target of spell or ability. Look at top 5, get a creature card with mana value 3 or less, put it onto the battlefield if it's your turn. Put it in your hand if it's not your turn. That's pretty awesome. Keen-Eyed Curator, 2 mana, 3/3. And then this is a raccoon card. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards exiled with it, it gets +4/+4. And has trample, and you can exile cards from graveyards with it. So at worst, 2 mana 3/3, which is decent. It is a little hard to cast. I mean, 3/3 for 2 is pretty good, slightly above mark, but obviously being able to make that a 7/7 trample is pretty awesome. I think might just be smarter to go with the cheaper card because this format is so fast. I think Forerunner overall is a stronger card, but Curator is, significantly cheaper at 2. So I'll take it. Especially since, that deck wants to go off pretty fast too. So I could stick with Raccoons and just take the duo. The Baker's Bane duo. There's Roughshod duo as well. But if I was going to do that, I might as well just take out the trash, get the removal, Raccoon removal. That makes more sense, I think. Festival of Embers, cool card in general, but pretty difficult to make work in this format due to speed. Intrepid Rapid is really good. So is Rabbit Response, but I think we'll just take out some trash here. Yes. Let's take some trash out here. All right. So we've got Slinger here, which is really good. 4 mana 3/4, it's got Menace, and then when you expend it, deals more damage to your opponent. See what this Heist does. This is actually a sweet card. Problem with this format is you don't really want to pivot. This is not a format that's very forgiving to pivoting. You're probably in trouble if you are pivoting. But I feel fine with taking Slinger anyways. It's a great card. It's a raccoon too for take out the trash value, I guess. But also just in general, it expends other cards, and it's got evasion, and dealing 2 damage to your opponent every time you expend 4 is quite strong. So I feel good about that. Oh, that's an interesting card. All right, Slinger. Let's sling. So there's Pathmaker here, which is a fine card. I think we'd probably just take the Tree Guard duo. Obviously, this is for the... this is a 2 mana 2/3, which is really not bad. But Tree Guard Duo's upside is really significant. Especially if you slap it on like a Slinger or a Trampling Huge Curator. I think once Curator gets 7/7, it probably doesn't need much help, to be honest. But we're not going to have a lot of cards that are leaving the battlefield without dying. I guess Banishing Light actually somehow triggers this, but... that's pretty cool. And 2 mana 2/3 is legit, but I'd rather have Tree Guard Duo. The upside is huge with that card. It's a very solid 4-drop. So here we probably just slam the Assault. I guess Brawl is quite a bit cheaper. That's true. But you only get the counter if you gift a tapped fish. I get Assault also blows up artifacts. I could see going either way. We're going to have to be pretty heavy green, too, to make this Curator work, but a lot of good cards for us in here. The Overflow would be fine, too. Another Tree Guard Duo would be perfectly fine, but for me, it's really between Brawl and Assault. I think I'm going to go Assault. At least with Assault, you don't need a creature, but 1 mana is quite a bit cheaper. I get Assault also exiles, though, which is relevant. All right, another Slinger. I feel great about that. Otherwise... Paw Patch Formation seems totally main deckable, yeah. Draw a card, create a food token at worst is pretty good for any deck. Any green deck, I should say. And Rampager is a raccoon, and it expends a lot of stuff. It is good, but I'd rather have the Slinger. The Slinger's an uncommon for a reason, because it's good. Wow. 7th pick, Season of the Bold? That's pretty ridiculous. So this makes tap treasure tokens, exiles top 2, and you can play them. And then until the end of your next turn, whenever you cast a spell, it deals 2 damage up to 1 target creature. Wow. Well, that does take 3. But even just doing exile top 2 and then... Well, Getting the treasure too is nice. Otherwise, we could take the village. Doesn't take up a slot in the deck. This is mythic for a reason. I mean, just exiling top 4 and getting to play them next turn, that's huge card advantage. All right, we're going to take a bruiser here. And we're, I mean, thoroughly entrenched into the archetype. I guess we take overflow. Got to put some stash counters on it. I mean, we got a lot of 4-drops plus, so it kind of makes sense. All right, duo is a great wheel. Don't need the angler. I guess we could take the squeak. Kind of mostly creatures right now, which is fine. I don't know if we're going to need 2 overflows. That seems a bit excessive. All right, what do you do? I think this is exactly what we wanted to cook up here. 3 mana, 2/4. Beginning of your first main phase, add red or green for each raccoon you control. How many do we even have? 5 already after pack 1. That's great. And then on top of that, whenever you expend 4, gain 3. Whenever you expend 8, exile top 2, and you can play those cards. That's cool. This is a great card. Take out the trash in here too. Bark Knuckle Boxer. Also a great card for us. Brawl would be good. I feel like we're going to wheel something we want here. There's other good cards in here for other archetypes, so. But we'll see. Easy Muera here. Ooh, good back card here. All right, let's see what this mouse does, just out of curiosity. 1 mana, 1/1, so it gets counters. That is a good card. We just don't have anything really that targets right now. I guess we have War Squeak. I mean, the thing is, there's really nothing in this pack we want, unfortunately. Actually, that's not true. Root Weaver is just what the doctor ordered because we have just all these 4 and 5 drops. All right. That seems like an easy pick, actually. Okay. So another hero. There's a Rampager, which is a raccoon. How many 4-drops do we have already? 1, 2, 3. Wait, we have 4. But we probably don't need to play the Spark Shooter. I mean, Spark Shooter is actually pretty good, and we're beat down. So it might make the deck, but it's Heartfire Hero, which we're probably, I feel like we're likely not going to be doing the War Squeak anyway. So maybe just take a Rampager. Certainly don't need 3 Hoarder's Overflows. Recruiter Steals, which is kind of cool. But Bruiser, I suppose, makes more sense for the archetype. Stealing creatures is pretty sweet. But I'm going to take the Bruiser. This card beats down really well, especially in this deck. All right. Don't really have the non-creature spell support for that. We could take the Duo here. Or we could take the Rallier. I don't know which one I like more. Getting a food token is nice. Rallier giving haste is also really nice, though. To these fatties. I'm going to take the Rallier. I'm going to give it a try. I feel like I haven't played with it. I've played against it. Ooh, that's fantastic card to get here. Just what we needed. A 2-drop that ramps. That's a raccoon with expend value. Fantastic card. Perfect for us. Well, it's nice when you randomly pick the right archetype to play. I don't know if we need a 3rd Bruiser. I could take a High Stride because we just don't have much removal in here. Right now we have 1 Take Out the Trash and an Agate Assault. This is a 1 mana, pretty decent trick. Protection from Agate Assault too for 1 mana. I like it. We'll take it over a Bruiser just so we have some cheap protection. All right. I mean, how many actual non-creature spells do we have currently? I guess we have 7, but 2 of them are this Hoarder's Overflow, which I just really don't feel like we're going to play. We'll take the Mage anyway, because I'm not going to play Veteran Guard Mouse. Unless I want Short Bow for some reason. I don't think so. Let's take the Mage. Ooh, okay. Pick 9, take out the trash. Great pickup for us, particularly since we have a boatload of raccoons at this point. All right, we can take the hero. I mean, it's a good card. In a vacuum, you can run it. You can feel good about running it. We just don't have a lot of ways to target it, unfortunately. We'll take a Pathmaker here. Kind of doubt it makes the deck. I don't know if Spark Shooter's going to make the deck either. I really don't think 3 Hoarders Overflows are going to make the deck. All right, good Mythic Otter there. Well, I suppose we were supposed to miss at some point, huh? Here we could just take a Haven and make our mana slightly better, because we do have double green, double red stuff. I mean, otherwise I take a Pawn Prophet, which I just don't think we need. So I'll take one of these Havens, which is a sad first pick, but we're already mostly out of deck, so it's not like it's the end of the world. We're not hurting for playables currently. Well, we got a Mistbreath Elder, which is obviously for the Frog deck. If we have Into the Battlefield stuff, it can be good. But I might just take a third, take out the trash. I mean, this is the best. This is the best this card can be when you have a boatload of raccoons. We really don't. I mean, we have some Offspring stuff, I guess. I just don't think we're going to need the Elder. So let's take out the trash. And we are very close to a deck now. May not need the Hoarder's Overflow. Would like to upgrade the Mage. Ooh, what a pick. Got a Brazen Collector here. Fantastic 2-drop. Perfect for us. Harnesser of Storms would be welcome, as it usually is, because it's a good card, but even if you don't have the Otters to support it. But Brazen Collector, obvious pick here. It's got first strike, it ramps, gets us to 4 on 3. Now we have 3 ways to get to 4 on turn 3, which is really nice. So there's an Herbalist here. We really don't have the tokens to support that. Guess I could take a Tumbler. I don't think we need it. If I had more like tokens and food stuff to make it a 6/6 Vigilance, that would be nice, but there's just nothing here I need, so I'll take it. Too clunky. So Cash Grab, also don't really need that. This is kind of a miss. Could take another hero, but I don't even know if we're main decking the first one. I mean, it's a fine card. Would be better if we actually had a way to... Oh wait, we do. Never mind. We have the Rallier. Okay. That might be good enough if we don't have anything else. Oh, this is cool. That's a free card for the deck. Rummage is actually... It's kind of a nice effect. I feel like taking the free card for the deck's better, but that Rummage effect is really nice. So, Duo Ping or Brew or Captain. I mean, the Captain's cool. Yeah, I suppose we could take it. Playful Shove. It's got a picture of a raccoon on it. I don't think we need a third Bruiser, so I'll take the Shove. Alright, Spark Shooter. I mean, this is a raccoon, but so is this. We don't need any. We don't need any of those. Wow, Harnesser back is that's. I feel like likely making the deck because that card is really good. We'll see. Last pick. I mean, red was open, green not so much, but we still put it all together. So it's going to be hard to make that Keen-Eyed Curator work, I suppose, but that's all right. So we only have to make 4 cuts. We have 18 creatures, so 3 of them could be creature. Yeah, 3 of the cuts could be creatures. 5 4-drops. 2 Otters in here, and then 9 instant sorceries, enchantments to trigger Harnesser of Storms. That's actually not bad. If I do, in fact, want to play War Squeak. So War Squeak's good with the hero. The Rallier is actually the shining good thing with Heartfire hero. That's why this card is so good. That's why it's better than Baker's Bane Duo. Just turning on your Valiant for free every turn. It's really good. We don't really have any other ways to do that, however. which makes the Heartfire heroes slightly less attractive, but I could ditch the Coruscation Mage, but do I want the Captain? It's cool with Heartfire hero and any Trampler. Still feeling like cutting the Overflow. These all rummage. This lets you play extra cards. Harnesser lets you play extra cards. So that's not bad. And if we have War Squeak, High Stride, we do have some actual ways to target hero for some good value. And actually Roughshod Duo. Yeah. That's another way to target them. Okay. So we have a few ways. Tree Guard Duo can target them. Tree Guard Duo with hero is kind of scary. If there's a way, I mean, if it's going to die. Captain too, actually. Yeah. All right. Okay. We've got enough ways to target it where I want to keep the hero plan alive. So why don't we cut the Mage? Even though it's got Offspring, it's a decent card. Maybe the Rampager can go. We have 3 ways to ramp to 4, though. I don't mind keeping all these 4 and 5 drops. Let's cut the Overflow. That brings us down to only 8 ways to trigger, I guess, 9 with the... Where's the other Otter that we have? Oh, we're down to 1 now. I must have cut whatever one it was. I forget. Oh, the Mage. Okay. So we're down to 8 ways to trigger Harnesser of Storms. Might still be good enough, in my opinion, if we just cut 2 creatures here. The weakest 2 creatures in the deck, though, they presumably want to be things that don't target, because these heroes are going to go off with continuous target stuff. So it could actually be the Rampager. Not a bad card in a vacuum, but feels like something we could cut and feel fine about. Less stuff to ramp into, but that's okay. And then 1 more cut. Huh. I mean, I kind of like all these creatures. I could cut the Shove. There's going to be decks where Shove is good, and there's certainly going to be decks where Shove doesn't do anything. Brings me down to 7 ways to trigger Harnesser of Storms, but that might be enough. That's probably still good enough. Otherwise, I could actually cut the War Squeak. You could still technically target a Heartfire hero with Playful Shove and not feel terrible about it. It's not going to die. It gets a counter. You draw a card. It's basically like put a +1/+1 counter on this and draw a card. War Squeak does turn it into a 3/3 haste, which is also good. I feel like Shove is better than Squeak in a vacuum, so maybe we cut the Squeak. Keep all our creatures around. All right, I mean, this is a good deck. Oh, wait, this also... this also targets, doesn't it? Yeah, wow. Our Rockface Village turned out to be a great pick, because that targets hero every turn, too. Wow. Yeah, the Valiant ability with permanent upside. Valiant ability in general with just free ways to trigger it is amazingly strong. So way more red than green, but we do need double green. So I might have to agree with this 9-8 sort of split here. Unfortunately, at least double red's not until later. So, all right. I like it. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Okay, round 1, we've got to keep. We got some removal here. Amazing draw. We got to do turn 3 Torch Slinger, which is just super strong. Can actually, I was gonna say we could do Season of the Bold next turn, but we can off of a Brazen Collector, depending what they play here, of course. Ooh, that's pretty sweet too. So I've got to get this down, right? So I can even do this plus take out the trash, just kill the mentor now. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. I don't think so. Keep in our hand. So yeah, we've got 3 raccoons too, so we're just gonna get a boatload of mana here. All right. So we'll just add a bunch of red, I guess. So yeah, do we just want to exile top 4? So they still don't have great blocks here. Let's exile top 4 and create a treasure. I don't know what that means. So we can do the mentor. They don't really have a great block here regardless, do they? I see. We'll just attack here. Yeah, that's fine. We kill all their dudes? Kill their most important dudes for sure. And then we've got 4 mana. So we can do mentor plus raccoon. I'm a little confused what this is asking me here. Oh yeah. They are still definitely in big trouble. Wow. Two, five, six, seven. So I can do. Yeah. I kind of figured we got a crazy start there. So, all right. Let's see the next one here. Definitely a keep. Yeah, turn 2 collector into turn 3 slinger. I suppose if they have a blocker for collector, I can either bluff because it's got first strike, or just do a duo on turn 3 into a turn 4 slinger. Both are pretty good. Can you imagine if I drew that Heartfire Hero here? How good that would be? Turn 1 that, turn 2 collector, turn 3 slinger. Oh, they have their own, huh? Okay. Unfortunately, that Heartfire Hero is pretty solid against the collector. Hmm. Ooh. Give it vigilance too, huh? Tough one. All right, we'll take it. Well, I'm pretty sure we still get them here. Wow. Wasn't expecting to win that one. We'll see you for the next one. Okay, no green mana, but we'll risk it. Got a turn 1 hero, turn 2 shove. Could shove our hero. It's an option. I might do it, actually. Well, now I won't. But if I hadn't drawn that green mana, pretty good chance I would have. I think we're just going to do Slinger. I could attack with the hero, but it just feels so likely that they would... It just feels so likely that they would block. I might be wrong, but... It was unexpected. Ooh. Tough one, huh? All right. Well, we're up to 5 mana. Why don't we shove first? Guess I was supposed to do duo. Well, I would have just pumped the Root Weaver and not attacked anyway, so actually that doesn't matter. Now at least I've got good duo synergy here. Ooh, Valley Quest Caller is a good one. I'm going to take out some trash there. That was a good draw, actually, because now I can do... I guess I could have done it anyway. But now I can do duo plus take trash out, huh? That's nice. I'm just going to wait on the take out the trash because I've got... I just like this better, I think. I want to see if they do an attack or something. So I can juke them a little bit. Maybe they overextend with some removal. Well, I guess I did give them a scry, but that's all right. The fact they didn't leave white mana open might be relevant here. So I can discard High Stride. Yeah, I think we've just got better draws. I mean, land's not better, but... so I can attack with duo. Feel pretty good about it. I can attack with both duos, I guess. Mm. Harnesser, not terrible. Unfortunately, can't trigger my roughshod duo, but I feel like I probably need to get some bodies off the board here. I wish I could punish them for this. Well, at least they don't have any tokens left. If they attack with that, I'll double block if they pump the head of the homestead. They can attack with both. All right, land draw there is pretty punishing, unfortunately. It was a surprising block. Might be telling they've got the kill here if they're willing to just throw a creature away to not take damage. All right, see you for the next one. Yeah, no green mana again, but that's all right. Once again, turn 1 hero, turn 2 possible playful shove if I don't draw the green mana to help find it. Yeah, I think that's the plan. There we go. And now we've got Mentor mana next turn, which is really nice because that might set us up for a turn 4 bruiser. Oh, that's too bad. All right. Can take out some trash here. Ooh, Rallier is a fantastic draw. I guess we do Rallier first, although I'm not gonna. Guess I'm not gonna discard. I want both of these cards, so. I think I'm just going to allow this. I could go for the high stride, but they have a bunch of open mana, so I'd rather play it a little safer in case they have like Agate Assault for something, you know. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Well, might have to go for the high stride now. Land there would have been really good. Tough spot. Got creature, instant, sorcery, land. So we do have enough to turn on Curator once we draw land, which is kind of sweet. Well, not that first turn, I guess, but we have all the types to do to make Curator good, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, finally got that land. So just a bajillion mana up too, huh? Well, guess we go for the Bruiser, see if it resolves. If not, we'll pump the hero again, get him for 4. Now I can get Curator Haste though, which is pretty sweet. Like if I draw the second green, I can turn it on, make it a 7/7 trample, which is pretty nice. Well, I don't know if it's good enough anymore. Well, maybe. Probably still is. I'm only going to have the Harnesser untapped. I mean, I got to go for it here. They don't have lethal on backswing, so. Yep, all the types are there. I mean, it's going to have trample, so this doesn't even protect him that much. I think it would almost be better for them to not block, but I'm glad they are. So we do sorcery. We do land. We do instant. We do creature. Oh, how sad. All right. See you for the next one. Sand's pretty slow, but I guess we'll risk it. We've got a good amount of 2-drops. Feels like it would just be wrong to mull a hand that has both colors in an actual play. But yeah, I mean, this format is pretty abusively fast, so it's tough, especially on the draw. Against lizards. Well, at least they don't have a 2-drop, and then we rip one. That was pretty fortunate. Lily Splash Mentor is not the card I was anticipating seeing there. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Misbreath Elder, huh? Well, these our plays are pretty straightforward. So I guess they could double block Slinger here, huh? And then I could only kill the Pathmaker. Yeah, I guess I'd rather just offer this then. If they want to double block it. That's fair. I'll take that. I'd rather them block like that than them lose one guy and me lose my Slinger. Seems like a better trade. Next turn I can do the Bruiser and do High Stride too, at least. Ooh. Sack of food. Other creatures are food artifacts. Whenever food is put into a graveyard, put 2 counters on it. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's do Bruiser again. And I guess we'll just get in for... All of our dudes are food too, huh? That's unexpected. Huh. Harnesser's about to go off with these cards, at least. No tax. They did leave up food mana. Okay. So they can It's whenever a food is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. So they can sack this and make that an 8/8. Not entirely sure that matters. Let's do the shove first, I think. See what we get off Harnesser. All right, now we can do the duo. Okay. So I can give the duo haste with the Rallier. Attack with team. And I guess we have high stride. The duo has trample though, so I feel like this isn't gonna work right for them. I'm not sure what that's gonna do. Because I got trample, right? Yeah. All right. Got there. See you for the next one. Yeah. Keep both colors. A little slow. We have, 2-drop removal though, so I feel fine about it. Guess I'd rather have Harnesser down when I cast Take Out the Trash. This would be a good opportunity to rip a 1 or a 2-drop. Another Bruiser, a little bit less exciting. Now I kind of don't want to cast Take Out the Trash. We'll see if I have to. But if I don't, I might be able to actually get a trigger off this Harnesser if I miss my land drop. All right, well, I'm not going to miss my land drop. That's good news. Potentially get to go Slinger into Bruiser. I mean, that's a great turn progression, particularly when your opponent hasn't played anything yet. Curator too, huh? Well, we're doing Slinger here. Guess I do Curator plus Take Out the Trash, but no. All right, we'll act like we have something here. They took the bluff. All right. Okay. All right, so we have our Bruiser now to turn on the Slinger. So I think we'll do that. Bruiser into Bruiser is going to be pretty awesome. Right now they have the life gain enablers. They just don't have the payoffs yet. So I can more likely kill the payoff. They just got a lot of the enablers. I mean, they're in decent racing position currently, but not sure about that after this second Bruiser. Now we're getting in for 9. And we can expend 4 next turn too. So they got a boatload of damage coming their way next turn. There we go. So now they got the enabler. Oh, but they did not do... Okay, that's pretty fascinating. Wait, why would you... Alright, I don't think we're dead, but... I mean, we're taking a lot of damage, but... They can't block here, so that's not going to work. I think they're just sort of giving up. All right. See you for the next one. Well, it's a keep. Hero into... Well, I prefer not to shove on turn 2. I'd much rather shove after I've got a harnesser down. For that extra value, of course. That extra value. Although I could do it now. No, I'm not that much in a rush. This is good flood mitigation. Plus it leaves out take up the trash here, just in case. Harnesser with actual non-creature spells is just such fabulous flood mitigation that I think you want to take advantage of it. I don't love taking out the trash on a Agate Blade Assassin, so I'm not going to, because that seems like a waste. Let's see if they have removal for this. If they do, it probably changes something, but... Alright, well, that's pretty good. Now I can't playful shove it anymore. That's too bad. Alright. Well, I can take it out for some trash here. And I suppose I'm going to. Could attack with both. Because if they block the hero, I feel kind of good about it. I'd rather shove. I'm okay with this, actually. I'd much rather shove the Channeler. Doesn't have lifelink, right? No. Okay. All right. Got the land up the top. All right. So... I guess I want to play the Rallier here. I miss out on Uncharted Haven, but I've already got a grip full of lands, so this is fine. What does this one do again? You can sack it and get back Bat, Lizard, Rat, or Squirrel. All right. All right, that was a good rip. And we're already at creature, sorcery, instant, potentially. So that's pretty good. So let's do take out the trash first because we have the raccoon. Yeah. Guess we'll kill the rabbit. Okay. Rummage here. Oh, very good. So now we'll go land, curator. Guess I can give haste. And for, oops. There we go. I'm going to lose High Stride at end of turn, so I might as well just use it to untap, get an extra point of damage in. So now we've got land, instant, creature, sorcery. So we have the full, we've got all the goods to beat down with Curator here for 4 mana. Let's see if they've got the removal. Kind of feels like they do. Well, we can double block the assassin now, so that's good news. All right, so can do Season of the Bold. We still have the opportunity to just turn on Keen-Eyed Curator, which I think we just do. I don't see why not. So we'll bash in here. We even can pump it with Rockface Village too, which is kind of cool. So we'll get their sorcery. We'll get their creature. We'll get land. And we'll get instant here. And then I guess we'll give it. Oh. Well, I guess I should have activated that, huh? For some reason, I guess I'm a little surprised you can only activate it as a sorcery. Why wouldn't you be able to give... Yeah, why are these both activated as sorceries? Is it because of the mice in the format? I guess that makes sense. Well, unfortunately, that point of damage was pretty relevant here, actually. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me too hard. Because it's the difference between them being at 8 and then me attacking for 8 trample next turn. I do have it turned on now, though, so they do have to... They got to do something here. Pretty big. Plus, I can eat more creatures in their yard, so their Mudflat Village is turned off at this point. All right. So 7 mana. I can do both of these. I can smash with that too. Oh, now I can't do Season of the Bold though, huh? Well, I guess that's not true. Could do this post-combat. Can I cancel it? Yeah. Let's do it post-combat. Now they're at 4. All right, let's do this now. And then do these two. Okay. So we just have to cast 2 spells here. We can look. All right. Actually, getting rid of a land worked out. So next turn, we just do Slinger plus another spell and they're dead, as long as they don't gain life. Oof. That didn't work out, did it? Oh, but I can give this haste. All right, so we'll go land, Slinger. Oh, it's to a creature, no less, too, huh? Wow, that's really brutal. They're at 6. So let's say they block my 2 biggest. They can't block the Slinger. So they block the hero. There's no way for them to block it. They're dead. There's no way for them to get out of this. That extra 4 damage from Season of the Bold. For some reason, I thought it was any target, but it's actually up to 1 target creature. So I guess I'm glad when I learn about a card that I didn't read properly, in a game that I'm going to win, rather than learn about a card when I'm banking on it. There's no way for them to block here. It's basically the Heartfire hero that is winning this for us, because otherwise they could block Mentor plus hero and just take 4. But yeah, the hero's death ability is what's ultimately getting them. They're still trying to figure it out, but it's just not going to work. All right. See you for the next one. Got a great hand here. Turn 2 Mentor, turn 3 Harnesser. I'm going to miss out on an expend, but I want to get full value from this Harnesser extra spell. Because I think it's just better. And I get to get in for 2. All right. So now so just get in for 2 here. So I'm just going to high stride to get a Harnesser trigger. It's a lot of lands. Harnesser's kind of important here now. Didn't even flash it out, huh? Let's see. I'll block like this. If I lose my harnesser, it kind of sucks, but yeah. I don't want to just take 3 for nothing either. Turned out to not really get punished by it, so it's okay. All right. Not being able to take advantage of this mentor is rough, though. Not being able to take advantage of expend is pretty brutal here. All right. Ended up going 5-3. Let's do some pack one, pick ones, and call it a day. All right. Pack one, pick one. Let's see. Could be the feed the cycle. Yeah, it's a murder, or you can forage instead. So it's 2 mana instant, destroy a creature or planeswalker. That is pretty good. Warren Elder's pretty tempting just because Rabbit's so good. Mockingbird is cool. Could see it being the right pick. There's a lot of good creatures in this format. And as someone pointed out, I was paying extra for it. The blue counts towards the casting cost. It's got to be just Mockingbird. Yeah. The upside is there. All right. And then here, probably just the Entrancer. 4 mana, 3/4. It's got reach. You can tap. I mean, that puts you pretty thoroughly into a frog deck quick. Otherwise, you could take this Blacksmith's Talent. Obviously good for the mouse deck, rather. Just triggering Valiant every turn. Potentially. The Entrancer is pretty sweet. 3 stun counters on something is a big deal. Especially when you're getting a 3/4 reach. I could see going for the rare there. Here, very unexciting pack. Yes, it'd be terrible pack to open. I guess the order, probably not wanting to go for the rat deck, I'm assuming. Too slow. Rock Collar's pretty sweet. Yeah, Rock Collar's pretty solid 2-drop. Slinger's obviously awesome. I was happy to get a couple of those. Definitely won some games, but I'd go Rock Collar. I feel good about that. And last pick. Yeah, this one lets you get creatures back from your graveyard if you forage in addition to other casting costs, so it's pretty awesome. All right, take the Adept. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.